Hello guys, I am Rajdeep and welcome to my channel Study SUCCOUR. Today we will discuss about cement. No, specifically Portland cement. So let's begin. So before we start Portland cement, let me give you a small introduction to cement. What is cement? Cement is a finely powdered substance which sets to hard mass in presence of water. The people of Egypt were the very first to use cement. Next, the Romans used cement as binding material. They made such cement from low burnt limestone and volcanic tuff. Later on, it was found that impure limestone gave birth to better quality cement. Further study revealed that if an intimate mixture of clay-containing and lime-containing materials are fused together, then allowed to cool and finally ground to fine powder, a superior quality binding material was obtained, which led to the formation of natural cement, pozzolana cement, slag cement, Portland cement and others. This cement is so named as Portland cement because a paste of this cement with water on setting and hardening resembled to Portland stone in color and hardness, which is found in United Kingdom. It has been defined as an extremely finely ground product obtained by calcining together at about 1550 degrees Celsius, an intimate and properly proportional mixture of calcareous, that is lime containing, and argillaceous, that is clay containing raw materials. Now, raw materials for the manufacture of Portland cement are, as discussed earlier, argillaceous materials, calcareous materials, then comes gypsum and powdered coal or maybe fuel oil. Here, calcareous materials supply CaO or calcium oxide, for example, limestone, chalk, etc. Argillaceous materials supply SiO2, Al2O3 and Fe2O3, that are silicon dioxide, aluminium oxide and ferric oxide, for example clay, shell, slate, etc. Now gypsum, that is CaSO4.2H2O, calcium sulfate.2H2O, is itself a product. Then comes powdered coal or fuel oil, which is used during the burning purposes. If we talk about the composition of Portland cement, then Portland cement is composed of 4 different compounds, which are tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate, and tetracalcium aluminoferrite, whose chemical formulas are 3CaO.SiO2, 2CaO.SiO2, 3CaO.Al2O3 and 4CaO.Al2O3.Fe2O3. So, Portland cement is composed of 45% tricalcium silicate, 27% dicalcium silicate, 11% tricalcium aluminate and 8% tetracalcium aluminoferrite. Now it should be clear to you that Portland cement has 5 main ingredients, that are lime or CaO, silica, that is SiO2, alumina or Al2O3, iron oxide or Fe2O3 and gypsum or CaSO4.2H2O. So now we will discuss about the functions of the ingredients of Portland cement. First comes lime or CaO, calcium oxide. Lime is the principal component of cement. Its proportion must be properly regulated. Cement containing excess amount of lime cracks during setting and reduces the strength of cement. while cement containing less amount of lime is weak in strength and makes it quick setting. Now the second one, silica or SiO2, silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide gives strength to cement. Cement with excess of silica leads to slow setting. Now the third one, alumina or Al2O3. Alumina makes the cement quick setting, and excess alumina reduces the strength of cement. Now the fourth one is iron oxide or ferric oxide, which is also Fe2O3. It gives color, strength and hardness to the cement. Now the fifth one, gypsum, CaSO4.2H2O. This controls the setting time of cement. Now we will talk about the manufacture of Portland cement. It is made by intimately mixing together finely ground calcareous and argillaceous stones in the ratio of 3:1, burning the mixture at about 1600 degrees Celsius and grinding the clinker, that is hard lumps formed. There are two processes for the manufacture of Portland cement, which are dry process and wet process. Dry process is adopted when raw materials are quite hard, whereas in wet process any type of raw materials can be used. Fuel consumption is very low in dry process, whereas in wet process fuel consumption is very high. In dry process, cement produced is of inferior quality, whereas superior quality cement is produced in wet process. Dry process is slow, but wet process is comparatively faster. In dry process, cement dust produced is injurious to workmen, whereas wet process is a dust-free process. Proper proportioning of raw materials cannot be done in dry process, whereas proportioning of the raw materials can be done accurately in wet process. No water is used in dry process, whereas water is added to make slurry in wet process. The wet process of mixing is widely adopted because it is dust free and therefore not injurious to workmen. And number 2, it ensures perfect mixing of raw materials. Now I'll explain to you about the wet process for the manufacture of Portland cement in details. This wet process consists of 3 general stages: mixing, burning and grinding. So let's start from the first one, mixing. The raw materials are crushed, ground and mixed in a proper proportion, that is 3:1 for calcareous is to argillaceous materials or limestone is to clay, with 30 to 40% water to form a slurry. This slurry is ground in a smooth liquid in a huge horizontal rotating cylinder. Then this smooth slurry is then passed into a storage tank known as silos, where their proportioning is finally adjusted to ensure the correct chemical composition. After that, this is fed into a rotary kiln for burning. So now comes the second stage, burning. The fine slurry is fed in at the higher end of the rotary kiln. As the mixture gradually descends towards the flame burners, at the lower end of the kiln it dries up slowly, losing moisture and forms into small lumps. Now here, as I mentioned, the flame burners. These burners use the fourth raw material as discussed by us for the manufacture of Portland cement, that is powdered coal or fuel oil. Now you should remember one point. This burning stage is totally dependent on rotary kiln, so you must know all its functions. This rotary kiln consists of three zones, which are drying zone, calcining zone and fusion zone. Now, as I told earlier, that as the mixture gradually descends towards the flame burners, small lumps are produced. Now this lump formation is a part of the drying zone. In drying zone, the temperature is approximately 400 degrees Celsius. Here the evaporation occurs for the moisture content and it is responsible for lump formation. Now after drying zone comes the calcining zone. Now this lump descends to calcining zone. In calcining zone the temperature is approximately 1000 degrees Celsius. Here decomposition occurs. Decomposition from calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, that is CaCO3 to CaO and CO2. So the equation is CaCO3 heat CaO plus CO2 gaseous. Now the material descends from calcining zone to fusion zone. Here in fusion zone the temperature is approximately between 1500 and 50 degrees Celsius to 1650 degrees Celsius. Here calcium oxide, aluminium oxide, silica, that is silicon dioxide and ferric oxide react with each other to form the components of cement, which were, as discussed, tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate and tetracalcium aluminoferrite. All these four compounds are formed. Now the substance which is produced in the fusion zone is known as clinker, which consists of all the four components of cement, that are tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate and tetracalcium aluminoferrite. Now this clinker goes to the third stage, that is the grinding. This clinker is cooled, then grinded with the addition of gypsum, 2 to 3% of gypsum for regulating the setting time of cement. Now the cement is transferred to silos or the storage tank for supply. Now let me make this wet process for the manufacture of cement more clear and simple for you. Flowchart for the manufacture of cement by wet process. At first we take calcareous and argillaceous material, that is lime containing material and a clay containing material. Here the calcareous material is crushed and powdered, then stored in storage silos, whereas the argillaceous material is washed and kept in wash basin. Then this powdered calcareous material and this washed argillaceous material are proportioned in the ratio of 3:1, lime is to clay for 3:1. After the proportioning, it is grinded with the addition of 30 to 40% water, resulting to the formation of slurry. This slurry is then sent to correction tank to ensure correct chemical composition. After ensuring, the slurry is then sent to slurry storage tank. Then the slurry is fed to the rotary kiln, the upper part of the rotary kiln, with the supply of pulverized coal or fuel oil. After the processes of the three zones of the rotary kiln, clinker is produced. Then the cement clinker is cooled using coolers and sent to clinker storage. From the clinker storage, this clinker is grinded with addition of 2 to 3% gypsum. Then the ready cement is sent to storage silos again, after which it is weighed and packed for supply. As you can see, this is the flow sheet of rotary kiln, where from this feed pipe the slurry is sent inside from the upper part which crosses the drying zone, calcining zone and the burning or fusion zone and ends up at the clinker storage. This rotary kiln also consists of exhaust fans for discharging gases from the kiln and chain system at the drying zone for facilitating heat transfer from gases to slurry, and in calcining zone fire brick lining, and in burning zone hot air supply. So guys, that's all for today. Hope you like this video. If you have any queries, then you can ask me through my Insta accounts. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel Study Succor. And yes, press the bell icon. As I told on my previous video, Study Succor is providing online interactive coaching classes to students. For more technical details, contact on the number given on the poster. Thank you.